Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Carrie from Carrie Counts Cash. Today we are going to be doing our sinking funds and savings update for the end of May. Now this video should be fairly brief compared to my previous ones, and I know that you guys who have watched any of my videos in the past are probably like, yeah, we all know that that's not going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for the support. Every like, comment, subscription really makes my day. Please keep doing that if you like the content you see here. And let's just get into it. I'm not going to ramble too long. We'll start with my wallet. Now, I know that my cash envelopes I don't normally count, but there are 3 of them that I count more like kind of sinking funds, but I just keep them in here because I spend out of them fairly frequently. So the first one we're going to do is actually household. Now, household started out the month of May with $100. So let's count and see how much is in here. We have $20, $40, $50, and we did spend a fair amount of money out of these envelopes this month. But that's okay. That's what these are here for. The money is budgeted, so that's okay if we spend it. I'm not letting myself get too upset about that at this point. So we ended the month with $50, and that is a deficit of $50. So miscellaneous, we started out again with $100. We're going to end the month with $20, $30. So deficit of $70. But I did buy some things out of this, which I'm very happy about anyway. So I have no regrets. And lastly is Polaris. We did stuff a little bit extra in this envelope this month, but we ended up spending about $50 for his food. So we are down a little bit. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 110, 120, 130, 135, 140, 145. And when I say down a little bit, I mean compared to what we put in it. But we do have a positive balance for the month for this one, which is nice. So beginning, we started out with 140. So we did only add $5 this month, but I am okay with that. So in total for our cash envelopes / sinking funds in my wallet, we have 145 plus 30, 175, and then another 50. So we have 125 in total for these ones, which is a big difference compared to last month when we had 340 in there, but that's okay, like I said. So let's put my wallet to the side. And next we will move into my sinking funds. So we did start a couple new envelopes this past week, and we got some new ones, so things are all a little bit rearranged, so bear with me. We've done some moving. The first one we're going to start with is Adventures. Now, Adventures is new. We did not have this envelope at the end of April, but in Adventures, we have $20, $30. So that is a positive 30 there. And next we have Budget Planner. We spent some money out of here. We have $20, $30, and this was where some of that money for miscellaneous had went, but I did overhaul my envelopes, as you guys can see. So 30, this was a minus 20 in that case. Car maintenance. Did get 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 440. So that got an additional $40 because we started out the month at 400. And I do need an oil change and an inspection, but that will be happening on the 9th of June. So I've still got a little bit before that. Christmas is one of those thick envelopes that I have. So we started out with $5.50 and we now have $51, $52, $53, $54, $55, $56, $50. So we added $100 to Christmas this month, which is great. We are getting close to our $1,000 total. So that was positive 100. Fireman's Lotto started out with 52. We now have 50, 55, 60, 62. We added an extra $10 in Fireman's Lotto. And this is $104 a year. So we are also getting close to this one. We're more than halfway there, which is really exciting. Now, this one is kind of up in the air. It says plowing. If anybody's watched any previous videos, you know that this came out of my bill binder, but I do have an envelope in the mail for this. It's going to become my landscaping fund. And I thought about making it a bill where my plowing will come out of it in the winter, but I have since decided that it is more of a sinking fund than anything. And you will notice that it is, we'll count it, it is very thick, but a lot of this money will be spent over the next couple weeks. So next time you see my sinking funds envelope, it will not have even close to this much money, which will be depressing when we do our June check-in, but it is what it is. Now, landscaping was a conglomeration of my NOMI savings, so you won't see that on my savings when we go to do the next cue card, but it also was my plowing, so there is a little bit of a difference here. This was just the total that was in NOMI. I haven't included the landscaping portion yet, or sorry, the plowing, because that was a bill, but we have a good chunk of change in here. Let's count this. Bear with me as we go through it because you know that I might make some mistakes. All right, guys, let's give this a count. There is a mitt full of cash here. We're going to use the calculator to help us out just to make sure everything's right. But we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 51, 52, 53, 54. So in total so far we have 1,400. And then 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So plus another 175 is $18.95. That's how much we have in our landscaping fund. But like I said, a lot of this will be going out over the next couple weeks. All right, let's try this again. It's such a wad that it doesn't want to stuff very well, so I'm glad I don't actually have my new envelope yet, and that I see the envelope won't even close. It's busted, but I'm okay with that. Next is medical, so let's write in $18.95, which is a positive $3.95, we will say. And then medical had 200 when we ended April. So it has 100, 200, 20, 35, 235. So $35 additional there. New car started out with $500, and that has 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 20, 40, 45, 50. And the next bill swap will be coming at the end of June. Special occasions was my holiday birthday fund. This did get spent with Mother's Day, and I'm sure that more money will be missing next time we come back because it's my birthday and my mom's birthday this coming weekend. So we will be spending some money there. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 125 for special occasions. So that is a deficit of $75. And lastly, wants is one of like the variable envelopes that I put my extra spending rollover in. I don't always have a lot of money in here, but this month I have $40 compared to when I started out. I had nothing. So that is a positive. Now let's go and add these numbers up. Okay, so for our sinking funds, we ended the month with $4,057 compared to our April amount, which was $3,452. So let's subtract that, $3,452, and we get a difference of $605 that we tucked away. So plus $605. Wonderful. So we're done with our sinking funds for now. And let's move on to our savings. So our emergency fund is first. We started out with $1,200 and we are ending with $1,050. So $350, $1,350. That's not a bad addition, $150. Oops, that's not even close to right. Plus 150. Now our savings is empty. I did take this back to the bank, so the money that I added to the TFSA was from this envelope, and in total there is $400 here. I apologize, we won't count that on camera, but I can always throw that up on the screen if I remember to do that. So that was an additional $30 in our savings. Now let's count our challenges. I don't make a regular habit of doing these outside of when we are doing bill swaps and end of the month check-in, so it's always nice to see where we're at. So for our $3,000 savings challenge, we had $610 at the end of April. We now have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 50, 7, 58, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I just want to count this one again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 657, 758, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $930, which is really exciting, and that means that we will be able to swap this money out when we do our bill swap at the end of next month. So 930, which means that I got an additional $220 over the last month. That's freaking exciting. And our $5,000 challenge, we just started this month, so it did not have any money when we started May, but it has a good start to it as well. It has 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 300, 310, 315. And we're gonna be sitting at a 4 next time we stuff that, so that is great. So 315, which is an additional 315, and $25 per week. 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 550. $5 savings challenge has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So it's got $80 in it, and considering that we started the month at $45, we have almost doubled this, guys. That is crazy to me. But it's great because those 5s build up really quickly. So that's an additional $35. And our $10 bill challenge is a lot more slow to build up, but we still have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70 in here. So that's an additional $10 considering we started out at 60. So let's do our totals here. So that's $3,695. Subtracting from that our previous balance of $2,685, we add in an additional $1010 to our savings this month. And that's really, really exciting because I was dreading what this was going to look like, considering that I took my NOMI savings fund out of here and included it in my sinking funds. But that's not bad at all. I guess I didn't realize that we were so close to a 1K in the $3,000 savings challenge, which is a ton of motivation. So we're gonna leave the update here for the month. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. I want to thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. It probably was a little bit longer than I said it would be in the beginning. It always is. But I am really enthused to see my savings growing like that, even though my savings challenges are all going to go towards debt in the end. But with that thought in mind, when I pay off my debt, I'm that much closer to actually saving this money. And I know sometimes it's really easy to get discouraged when you have expenses come out that you didn't expect, or you spend a little bit more than you budgeted for. But if you're just very diligent and you just try and be as patient as you can, because life's gonna happen, then you really can make some progress. And I did not think I had made as much as I did this month. I was kind of feeling down on myself. So I am really happy to see that, and that's just my advice. Just keep up with it. Like, life's gonna happen, so you just gotta do you. You gotta keep pushing on. And I don't want any toxic positivity here by any means, but I hope that that really does give somebody some motivation out there. So with that in mind, I'm gonna say goodbye.